In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission.
Mikey, what are you doing?
I'm doing the thing for the podcast.
It's not that hard, bud.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends podcast.
That's who I'm inviting.
John's not inviting any friends.
Yeah,
No,
if you get
I
invited to
love
this-
you guys, and because of that,
Yeah.
you guys are welcome to come to my funeral.
If you get
Yeah.
invited to this,
Don't come to the
It's not
don't
what
come
you
to the
think.
Shark Time.
like your mortal enemy walks in, he's like, I got this weird invite from John Simons. I don't even like that fucking guy. What are we doing? What the fuck?
But it's a free trip to Vegas, so fuck it.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Are we rolling? Please.
Yeah, we just started.
Okay.
Got with the
There's a lot of good material.
Shark.
Yeah.
Team Shark.
Team Shark. Welcome to the Freedom Friends podcast, everybody. We're going awfully early today, but I'm okay with it. Brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use the code FTFO, score yourself that sweet 15% off. OWellness.us for all those CBD treats and needs. Mainly just freeze gel. That's what I use it for.
Fucking gold.
It's so
You're
good.
fucking
It's
good.
so good. But use Freedom Friends 25. Get your quarter off your order over there.
Actually, you know what I used that we haven't really talked about on the show recently. So this past weekend was the opening weekend for deer season here in Texas.
Yeah.
And across the
So was
United
the river.
States for the most part. And I realized this year that I'm getting old and I have really bad arthritis in my hands. And I didn't notice this until I was trying to process this deer.
Oh, I thought you were going to say till you AD'd.
No. Surprisingly, my trigger finger's only
Oh, it hurts. Oh, fuck.
You got fucking rheumatoid.
Oops. But when I was trying to skin the deer and I was peeling the skin back as I was cutting, it got to the point I didn't even get past the hindquarters and I couldn't squeeze anymore. And so I got home and they have a CBD lotion.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? Because my hands were still killing me. I'm like,
You
fuck
could
it.
probably use it for that.
Let me
but I don't
see what
recommend
happens.
it for other things.
I've been using it wrong this whole time.
I've used it for other things before, but it actually helped surprisingly,
Yeah.
amazingly. I was very
Yeah.
shocked with it. So the hand lotion, 10 out of 10 would recommend also.
Yeah, nice.
If
Nice.
your hands are still bothering you, the VA gave me a fancy little pill that works pretty good for that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's called Aleve.
Is it blue?
Yes.
Aleve is blue.
It's roughly 9 millimeters. Sorry, VA, but
When you were
low
explaining
hanging
that,
fruit and all that.
it reminded me of the Aleve commercials where the guy's with the old man's working in his tool shed and he's
oh,
my arm, oh my hand.
No, because my thumb still hurts.
Yeah.
That was the one that hurt.
You know what I
the
miss? I miss the little yellow
Different.
Which one was that?
Bayer.
Nuprin.
new print.
Oh, yeah.
It was Nuprin, man.
New
yellow.
aspirin.
Different. I have to get baby aspirin for my dog
Yeah.
to prevent further strokes. So I have to give him a fucking baby aspirin every day for
Well, because it's a low dose blood thinner.
it's good for us too.
Yeah.
Once you hit what do they recommend?
40.
45 or 40?
It's 40 or 45. You're supposed to start taking fucking baby aspirin for heart health.
So the last time I was at the VA, I got the shot in my knee, and they asked me if I was taking baby aspirin, and I said no. I got myself off of that a couple months ago. And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "It was a pretty good addiction." I said, "I think I'm clean now, though." Baby, no, I'm not taking baby aspirin. Sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty normal. It's a normal question.
It wasn't normal to me.
To this day, Scott's like, why the fuck did they ask me that?
I've never been asked if I'm taking baby aspirin.
Check out IC Tech Coolers. Go to ictech.com. Use the code FreedomFriends10. Get you 10% off. All right, fuck boys.
So before we get too far down the rabbit hole and I forget, I had a fan stop by the store this weekend.
Yeah.
Younger kid. His name is Kev. You know who the fuck I'm talking about if you're listening to this.
Hey, everybody. Hi,
Uh,
Kevin.
Yeah, hi, Kev. Just moved to Texas. Moved back to Texas. I guess he was up in the Midwest somewhere or whatever. Came back. Came by the store. Came on this super sweet naked CB 1100. It was a dope fucking bike. It was a super dope bike. But he came and hung out. He's giving me hope for the fucking future, man.
Yeah. How old is he?
He's like 25. He's on his 6th year of being a welder. Like before that was working on ranches.
Good kid.
Paid cash for his bike after he hustled his ass off to fucking pay for it. Like
Attaboy.
this dude, like now he's working for a sign company, like hand welding the like letter enclosures and shit to put custom signs together and shit like that.
Cool.
So, really good dude. Wasn't fucking weird when he came in and didn't want to like just fucking say a bunch of Fred and Friends quotes to me and shit like that. Like
Right.
legitimately just sat down and had a conversation.
Didn't walk up and was like, freedom the fuck on.
Yeah. Hey, do you remember that episode?
Thanks,
no,
man.
I'm gonna stop you right there. We don't
No.
even need to get to what episode you're gonna bring up. The answer is
Dude.
no.
Do you have any idea? You clearly don't. Do you think this is
It's,
apple juice, motherfucker?
Yeah.
No, this is fucking forget juice,
It's
bitch.
apple juice to go with our baby aspirin.
I've been friends with the motherfuckers in this room for like 7 years. I don't remember their names half the time. You can't.
I fuck up Scott's all the time.
I get it. I
And
did it 3 times to
it's
John
the widest,
at my wedding.
easiest name imaginable.
One syllable, sir.
When we were at Ren Fair, Jazz called me Scott 3 times.
3 seconds. That's because I missed you, buddy.
I'm glad that people call you me because I get called John all the time.
And,
Yeah.
and it's just one of those things. He's like, Scott, I'm like, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even
But
correct it
It
anymore.
was
I'm just
literally
like,
one
yeah.
of those ones. As soon as I said it, I was like, "Motherfucker!" It's because I missed you, buddy.
Yeah.
That's all.
You know, we actually talked about how much we missed you while we were
I
there.
wanted to be there.
We were like,
Really.
dude,
We were having. It was the walk back.
yeah, we were like,
Like,
we were
man,
like,
Scott would
Fuck,
have
I
had
was like,
such a
Scott
good
would have had a
time.
fucking
I was like,
blast.
Scott would have been a blast here. I was
Yeah.
like, and we were talking about how
Actually,
it's like,
that was the conversation. It wasn't that you would have had fun. It's that we all
Would have had fun
have
because of you.
fun
Yeah.
when you're there.
it's
so
like because no matter what, whenever Scott's around, it's a good fucking time. Yeah,
I appreciate. I felt like lately I've lost my ability to have.
that's
a
not
good
fucking
time.
true, sir.
that's not.
You
okay.
are. You are. You are. Well, like
I think it's because you've been really busy and you haven't been doing like a lot of extracurricular activities.
Yeah,
Like the last fun time that you guys had was Rednecks.
that was fun.
But then
And
when you got back from that, it was just a fucking grind.
in an environment like that, where I can imagine Rem Fair, right, where there's no demand or obligation, or you can just be what the fuck you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and you can be drunk at the same time.
Yeah,
Like,
makes it easy.
yeah. Like I was listening to, they're my friends, but I was listening to the Black Rifle podcast the other day, and it was Logan and Evan.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how you need to quit drinking and like really get a handle of yourself and this kind of stuff. I fucking like drinking.
right. Yeah, I like it.
I fucking like, if I had,
I like it.
I like drinking.
Yeah.
It takes me a couple drinks to come out of my shell of just like,
the
And
difference is
I-
that-
Social lubricant.
I don't feel like I'm too much of an alcoholic.
No,
I
the-
don't know.
the-
but-
well, no, you're not, because the difference is that Mike and I say the quote to each other all the fucking time. But if you can be a man at night,
Be a man in the morning.
you can be a man in the morning, and it's never stopped you. It's
No,
never
no.
been okay, I'm gonna. Fuck it. It's a Tuesday, and I like
You know
people,
what?
and they want to go down to this bar. We'll have some drinks, but you've got to be at work on Wednesday morning,
I-
and you still fucking show up,
I
and you handle your shit.
purposely punish myself if I'm hungover. If I usually get to work at 9 and I'm hungover like a motherfucker, I'm at work at 7
And
Yeah.
that's the
because
deal.
I fucking you earned. And Michelle's like, you want an Advil or something? No, I fucking earned this.
yeah.
Like I earned this hangover.
I need to soak this in so that I know that I went a little too far last night.
That's funny.
Yeah. But you handle your shit. It's not an alcoholism thing until it starts turning into you're not getting your shit done because you're drinking.
Yeah.
Like then that's a problem.
Like what you were talking about being somewhere where I wouldn't really say you don't have responsibilities, but you're in an environment where like you're there
Yeah.
and there's nothing else anywhere else that really matters. Like you could be doing other things, but it's not feasible from the physical location that you're at.
And if my phone quits working,
So like Thursday night when we were camping,
Dude, I lost my phone like 9 times at the wedding. I just kept leaving it places.
I was fucking hammered.
Yeah.
Like I was on a different planet all
No.
by myself. And everyone was like, man, you look like you're having fun. I'm like, this is like the one time in probably like 6 years where I legitimately did not have any responsibilities that I didn't have to
Yeah.
worry about anyone. I didn't have
So
to worry
nice.
about any, like
And literally short of us getting a phone call saying like,
the world's ending.
hey, your house is on fire.
Even then, I get
Even then, it's
insurance.
like, oh, what the fuck
Cool.
you want me to do?
Hey, you give me that bottle?
Like,
I'm 3 hours away.
Thursday night, it was what?
I'm not a firefighter.
It's like call
I
Dave.
think we shut it down. I think
Thursday night, I went to
Thursday
bed
night,
at
I think it
4
was
a.m.
4 a.m. Right? Like it was, but everybody there was kind of in the mindset of like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I am in a field in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Oh, and we had 4 inches of rain.
And we had 4
there
inches
was
of
that.
rain, and
So
like
nobody cared.
nobody gave a shit. But yeah, at the end of it, it was just
Mhm.
But yeah, you were definitely thought about, buddy. You were definitely missed. So
I appreciate it.
Take that, you Burning Man pussies.
I'm
Ren Fair deals with rain just fucking fine.
we just stood in it and kept drinking. Like, it was
I
just-
saw a post in one of the Ren Fair groups, and these people were like, "If this weekend gets rained out, do we get a refund on our tickets?" And the comments were gold.
Oh,
Like literally, it was just like pussy. Like Ren Fair doesn't close, bitch.
because if you read your ticket, it actually says rain or shine.
It doesn't matter. It could be snowing, and they're like, "Yeah, we're open.
We're fucking open.
We're only open 8 weekends a year, so we're not shutting one of them down."
You know what they had back in the Renaissance? Cloaks. Which Jazz and I had a conversation. I don't know why
Jazz's-
cloaks ever went out of fucking
Jazz's
style.
wife had one. Has one.
She has that rain cloak. That thing's
Exactly.
dope, dude. That thing's dope as
No
shit.
bullshit. She's like, this thing's waterproof. I'm like, cool. And then she goes out in the rain. It was like torrential downpour and totally fine.
Yeah.
Then the next day when it was dry, we hung it up and it dried. And half the time is my rest of my regular clothes, like my t-shirts and shorts and shit.
Yeah.
Her cloak dried in half the time. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
That thing also, so it's a cloak, but it's also cut to be able to put your arms like through it, like
It's
sleeves.
Technically
so that
a poncho.
it's
It's
a
more of a-
complicated poncho,
more
but
Complicated poncho.
but
It's a nice ass poncho.
But
Good
it's-
thing they didn't issue those in the
but
military.
it's also lined and shit, so it's
They
like
should've.
it's crazy warm and it is water fucking proof because
It's
she was
nice.
going out to get stuff and you couldn't see. It was what 3-meter visibility, 5-meter visibility
Yeah,
with that
it
rain.
was
Like
gross.
you couldn't see shit, and she was like, "I'll be right back," and she just
and she disappeared.
The old wall of water just.
and that thing was only like $300.
Yeah.
For that level of waterproofing, I'll spend $300.
You know, the funny part is I had top and bottom rain gear in my fucking box the whole time. I
Didn't
didn't
even
open
use it.
Well, because by the time I realized, like, anytime it started raining, I had so much shit I had to get done to try to prevent everything from getting wet, which hindsight didn't fucking matter. That by the time I was like, oh, I should put my rain gear on, I was soaked head to toe. I'm like, fuck it. And I just took my shirt off. It was warm rain. It was
Yep.
like 75 degrees out. So I just
Yeah.
took my shirt off and grabbed a drink.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Like, fuck it.
That's a better decision,
There was-
anyways, man. Fuck it.
Thursday was there was not a lot of clothes on Thursday
Mm.
because our camps were set and then everybody else was fucked and it was actively raining. So John and I were doing the like bounce, trying to like help everybody get their shit done.
Yeah.
And so at one point you're just so fucking wet anyways that it's like
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
it's not gonna get worse.
Dude, I was,
I referenced JRTC on Thursday.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I did.
It was that
bad.
level of wet.
It was that bad.
dude, I was
It
so
didn't last for
impressed
12 hours.
It didn't, but
with
we-
yurts. With your yurt. I was impressed with your
I
yurt.
didn't have a drop of water in my shit.
Yeah, it was nice, man.
That's not true. I had some in the back where the water got so deep
it went over.
that went up
your
and
floor.
over because my floor has like a 4-inch wall that comes up and then that's where it zips to the top. And it was so deep it got up and above that zipper and it seeped through. But
Yeah.
my yurt was
Yeah, I like
it was
it.
toasty.
Well, that and I sent you.
Fucking eat a dick.
Well, I sent you that thing.
Eat a dick.
Did you see how fucking expensive
Eat
they
a
are?
dick.
Right.
Yeah.
There's
I'll get a fucking
there's a
camper.
tent company out of Durango, Colorado that makes like canvas tents, and they look really nice.
Mine's
They're fucking
canvas.
real good. Yeah, and after looking at your yurt and seeing its performance, that's when I started looking into them. And then a buddy of mine sent me this link, and I sent it to John. I was like, "Look at these! They're proud of them, man. They
I
are.
didn't even respond.
Okay, first
They
off,
are fucking
you saw how
proud.
well mine performed, right?
Yeah.
Mine cost me $380.
Yeah, that's half the price of some of these fucking
300.
canvas tents I was looking at.
We must have been looking at different websites,
300
bro.
That's
for
half
the
the price.
That's like a fifth.
The little one is like $600.
And mine's 5 meters across and 3 meters tall.
His is
and that's
15. You got to.
Oh, way bigger.
yeah, it's 5 meters across.
Yeah.
3
So
meters
the
tall.
one that's equivalent to his was like $2,500.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was still looking at it. I'm like, no.
You
Mine was half
give
the
me
price of his
$2,500.
Cabela's
I'll go
one.
stand in the rain for 12 hours.
Yeah.
You give me $2,500 that I could spend on something to sleep in. I'm getting a camper.
Yeah, right.
But at
I'm
least
not gonna
renting
lie.
one.
I went
yeah.
to the camper dealer the other day. I'm looking at a toy hauler though.
Yeah.
So we found one we really like. We're gonna see if it. Apparently, we're
Beef.
not quite in the off season.
Jess,
yet.
before you buy a camper,
Yeah.
sit down with that.
Yeah.
No, I
motherfucker
planned to.
right
I
there.
I was gonna call you the other day, but it was like a Saturday, and I was like, I'm not calling him. So.
Oh, you're good on a Saturday.
But
I'll
I
walk
do
you
want to
through
sit down and talk. But we're looking at a toy hauler because I'm like, if I'm going to buy one, then I want to be able to take it, and the bikes have to go. Like I don't want to just be able to camp. Like so I know I give up some stuff by going to a toy hauler because you have to have the like things have to fold out of the way, and you have to have the space to mount the bikes. But it's only Caitlin and I.
Yeah.
Like we don't have kids
Yeah,
and all that stuff, so it's like, and I like that fucking patio feature with the ramp that you can.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, let me know
But
what
yeah,
you're
we'll,
looking at.
we'll talk.
But
but-
I'll tell you the must-haves.
It's also a restriction too because I drive a half ton, so
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
They make
Some of
half ton fifth wheels and half ton toy haulers.
I know, but I don't
Also
want to go
this.
fucking blow a hole in my fucking bed. But
Fifth wheels are harder to pull too.
yeah. And I found one. I really liked it, and apparently my half ton will pull it no problem. It's only like a 4,700 pound camper or something like that. Anyways, enough about sleeping outside. Kevin,
Thinking about it.
I invited Kevin to the show. He said he can't make it because he's a first shift guy as a welder. So he doesn't live. He lives close to San Antonio, but not close enough to make it for the showtime. But anyways, you were a great fucking dude. It was cool to hang out with you. So
That was almost like a circle back.
Yeah. that would hold an air mattress.
Fucking A.
Yeah,
Right?
100%.
Yeah. I found a hearse for sale. It's
Okay,
$4,000.
first off-
and I'm thinking about it.
Wait a minute. Is that a viable platform to build a thing?
Why not? You
On
could
a
probably build.
hearse.
I mean, you could build a thing on a hearse.
And then it doesn't have to be towed. It could just be driven.
Have a sleeping area in the gully of the ship.
No. This is
No.
a party hearse.
It's
Yeah.
a party hearse.
We're gonna have to do some brainstorming.
I'm thinking
Just saying.
we also happen to have a really good friend who's a welder.
We do. We do. And he's down to build a thing.
He's 100% down to build the thing.
Well, yeah.
I think he was conscripted when we originally talked about it.
You and I decided we were building a thing, and then we just started informing people that a thing was being built.
Well, I walked up and you were like, we're going to build a thing. And I was like, fuck yeah, we're building a thing. Mm.
I should
Anyways,
say-
the thing is TBD. The thing is a surprise. What's going on in the world there, boys?
Same shit show, different day.
Still fucking World War III out there?
Yeah, world still sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently Nepal shook to the ground though.
Oh yeah. I didn't hear
Yeah.
about that.
Apparently Buddha wasn't there for it.
He's in the middle of being reincarnated somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There was it was, again, this is headline news. I fucking did not read the article, but apparently there's like a massive search and rescue going on because of some huge earthquake that hit Nepal.
Huh.
And it destroyed all the buildings. And I was like, oh, shocking.
Third
Third world buildings got
Yeah.
destroyed by an earthquake.
In the Himalayas, because
Yeah.
wonder how they were formed. You know, like plate tectonics and such.
Did you find the Nepal thing?
No, I found a different one. Killer whale sinks yacht after 45-minute attack.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
kind of hilarious.
I'm shooting at you.
Is that the definition of eat the rich?
A group of orcas managed to sink a yacht off the coast of Morocco last week after its 45-minute attack on the vessel caused irreparable damage. Wow.
Dude, I'm telling you, we fucked with their habitat. They're evolving to say fuck you.
Well, they're smart.
They're smarter
Yeah.
than fuck, dude.
They hit the steering fin for 45 minutes, causing major damage and leakage.
Huh.
Like Olestra.
Huh.
What do you do if you're on a boat
That's anal leakage.
that's being attacked by an orca?
You pour a
fucking
drink.
you
Yeah, dude,
you
like,
fucking hammer down.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
hammer down
Yeah.
and get the fuck back towards shore.
you take that super cool chrome handle and you just fucking
Yeah, right.
like,
I'll bet you that one had two of them. You put them both.
Yeah.
one or two. They're still super cool.
That's
I-
Either fucking
if anybody is listening that has access to a cool boat, not your fucking,
We
I
don't
got
care
gotta-
about your pontoon.
a fucking John
I was
boat.
on, I was on an awesome pontoon boat the other day.
And so, but like a cool boat, like a yacht or something like that, that has like that twin set of the super cool fucking chrome handles that look like they're off of a fucking airplane, but it's a boat. And you're going to give me fucking 30 seconds of just being a bit like, do you boys like Mexico? And just fucking slam that thing. Fucking call me.
Yeah.
I will come to you. I just want that opportunity.
We're not talking about your 20-foot bayliner, okay?
Yeah.
I did that on Brad King's boat.
There you go.
Did you?
See?
It was 40-foot Sea Hunter.
Is it awesome?
With 900 horsepower.
It's awesome, isn't it? Just a
Well,
fucking.
it's different when you have like 300 horsepower back there on like a 25-foot boat, and you hammer it down, and you're like, ooh, okay, oh,
Nope.
yep, we just planed. Okay, yeah, this is fun.
That's why. I
Well,
said
when you
cool,
hammer down
but-
with 900 horsepower
Yeah.
and you almost yeet people out of the back of the boat
Yeah.
because they
John.
weren't ready.
I was on a 25-foot pontoon boat that had 900 horsepower.
Oh yeah, the same thing.
That motherfucker.
You hammer that down,
Bitch will
and
fly,
that boat
dude.
moves
It-
underneath you.
was
Yeah.
insane.
That's why I said cool boat. No,
yeah.
Well, I've got a boat. It's got one of those like fucking.
Yeah, that's your 20-foot
They all have
bayliner.
that fucking thing.
See,
I don't-
mine doesn't. Mine doesn't have the chrome thing. Mine's a twist. Like, bro, apples and oranges.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I'm a fan boat and get going. I believe you. I do.
And
But
fan
I
boats
want-
are fun.
I want to watch a 40-foot boat go like that
Yeah.
and have it be my fault. Like
And
that's
that would be my fault.
like,
I
That's-
did this.
I want
Yeah.
some idiot chick in a bikini that's sitting up on the fucking bow, like sunning herself to fucking completely get smashed against the window of. I want to see the look on her face when I just fucking yeet her into the window. Just fucking. Rah!
exactly.
She leaves the imprint of her makeup.
yeah. Yeah.
Boys, I saw what I think is the best ad ever. I mean, we're talking about whales. It reminded me. It was an ad from GoPro, and it was a guy windsurfing.
Oh, that wasn't an ad. That was that happened.
Oh no, I thought they just like it
No, no,
happened and they
No,
were like,
that was
"We're
a
gonna put money
clip
behind
that happened to the dude.
There's
and GoPro
two
used
different
it.
angles. There's a guy that filmed it from afar,
it." Oh
and
really?
you see it.
Yeah,
Wait, what,
Yeah.
What?
the dude's
what-
windsurf. So he's kite surfing. So he has like the little inflatable kite that he's holding.
Yeah.
and he's on it and he's windsurfing and he's going, and all of a sudden this fucking whale breaches and it literally goes in between the kite that he's holding and the board he's standing on and just takes him clean the fuck up.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like
It's
the
amazing
camera's
footage.
underwater and it's moving and you see this fucking thing hit him. And then he surfaces and he's like, a fucking whale just hit me.
But the GoPro is still working.
It was.
That's an ad for GoPro.
That's an ad for GoPro.
Yeah.
So the
But-
first video I seen was the one where somebody was just filming this guy, and you just saw it, and it looked like it was a CGI or like it looked like somebody just edited it in. And I'm like, oh, like that's not real.
It
And
was.
then days later, I saw the GoPro footage from the guy, and I'm like, holy fuck, that was real.
Yeah, but we're at the point now with these fucking cameras. Like, I'm watching some of this footage, and I'm like, have you ever watched anything now like that was shot recently, either on GoPros or Pros or whatever? And we all have really nice TVs, and you're looking at the TV going like, this looks too real. Like it's
Yeah.
like because it's a moving image, I'm used to like a little bit of grain or a little bit of something, and
So-
all of a sudden it's all
Get outta
like
here.
it looks like everything looks fake now because
So
it's
I-
all too real.
I have two questions. One, why are security footage cameras
So shitty.
so shitty?
when a GoPro is so fucking good.
And GoPro makes security video cameras.
I mean,
They literally shoot in like 6K now.
Like you have 6K in a little fucking thing like this, and
I
have
can't
a,
even get fucking
and you-
audio in a fucking security.
you have a
CCTV.
security video
No,
system.
that's a good point. You look
and
at these-
they're shit.
You look at these pro security systems. So I use Ring both at my business and my house.
Yeah,
And-
he's ringing home.
And the image at night, like I
Great.
have one of the cameras with the twin floodlights and shit above my garage.
Yeah.
It can be pitch fucking black outside and not turn the lights on and turn that camera live. And it does the night vision shit
Yeah.
where it'll just turn on and it's like no lights are running. And I can read license plate numbers in my cul-de-sac, like all
Yeah.
sorts of
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
how the fuck is this show good? So good. But if you hire like an actual security company to come in and install your shit, this gonna be like, it has two legs.
Yeah.
It like and
Right.
that's as good as you're getting.
That's weird.
Although having Ring security, I don't ever post on it, but I love reading the fucking comments from the other people in like the Ring neighborhood app. And it's just
Hilarious.
the shit that people go on about.
Is somebody outside my house right now? Can you
Yeah.
guys check your footage?
Were those gunshots? No, it sounded like somebody just slammed the door. Well,
Right.
obviously, you've never heard a gun.
Yeah.
Like,
That's my beef. Like every fucking 4th of July, like, oh, we have veterans in our neighborhood. Yeah, and if they're actually veterans, they know that fireworks don't sound like explosives.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot.
there's veterans in our neighborhood. They probably have the biggest explosive. I'm just going to let you know.
It's probably them.
This is the night where they've never set tannerite off in their neighborhood. but they're gonna hide it with the fireworks.
When did the fireworks post come around? That's July 4th, right?
Mhm.
July 4th,
okay.
and then we're about to get a slew of them again because
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve is
Oh.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just go through my friends list and I remove people that post.
Yeah, please think about our veterans. Yeah,
No, this week is everybody changes their profile pic to something of them in uniform so they can get thanked for their service.
Like I want,
Ooh. Good reminder.
yeah. That's good.
I
gotta
want,
go update your profile.
Yeah.
I want the surrounding area that I'm in, wherever I'm at, for whether it's the 4th of July or New Year's Eve or whenever they're doing fireworks. I want them to step up their game tenfold.
Yeah,
Right?
That's my profile pic
Entertain
right now.
Don't slow down. Don't
Yep,
try to
ramp
be
it up.
quiet. Fucking make this bitch sound like a fucking war zone.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
You want to be considerate of the veteran next door. Fire off so much, I think you have a sea whiz in the backyard.
Fire off so much.
Hey, dude.
Let him go.
Fire off so much so he comes over and says, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like, I'm not mad at you.
No,
but
I just
what
need to
do
know.
you have.
Yeah,
This is
Hey,
awesome.
did you buy this locally?
Yeah.
Like, I need to-
You got a permit for this? 'Cause, I mean, we'll figure something out.
Speaking of which, since Mikey, I know you're about to go update your profile picture.
No, I did that already today.
Can you
For the plus,
please?
right.
Can you please make it where it's you dressed as a soldier from RCPT?
I'll just do a stolen valor.
Just
Profile
straight up,
picture?
just do it as the
That'd be
because I know you have that picture of you in an all army uniform. Put that shit out.
Actually, I changed my profile picture today to this. This is my current profile
Oh,
picture.
yeah.
Just, fucking don't forget to switch your profile pic so your dipshit friends can thank you for your service. Okay. Been a rough week, boys.
Yeah.
Been a very, very rough week.
It is.
We lost a fan of the show, a good friend, in a car accident. What was that, Thursday night, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah. But my little sidekick, Jules, R.I.P. We lost Jules. That sucked. The day before, we had a death in our family too.
Oh.
Haley's uncle passed away like the day before.
Hmm.
And then she was like, these come in 3. I was like, they fucking better not, man. Like, I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I ain't about fucking dealing with another one this week.
I don't
right?
think 3's close. Like that's
Right? Like,
when it's like they come in 3s and it's celebrities. I'm like, fucking, who's next?
yeah, that's fine.
But when they're close, I'm like, hey, well,
Yeah, can we stop?
pump brakes.
I wish we'd have stopped at 1. I don't
Yeah.
need 3. Right? It's like, fuck, man. These things happen. It sucks. It's rough, man. It's rough. It's been a rough weekend. But
And it's cliche as fuck, but it's things like that where like, it was a car accident and it shit happens. Like
Yeah.
it's whatever. And it's cliche as shit, but I will say with stuff like that, and Jules was one of the ones that was out there and found stuff to do and went and did stuff and just wasn't sitting around going like, well, someday, or I'd
No.
like to, or
Yeah.
whatever. Like,
no, she was, don't talk about it, be about it.
be about it. And,
Yeah.
and that's kind of evidence of don't fucking talk about it. Go fucking be about it. Cause it could be entirely out of your control.
She's 31 years old.
And it can be
That is a child.
Yeah.
and it can be entirely out of your fucking control. So go do whatever. Like, go get your motorcycle license. Go fucking learn how to skydive. Go fucking learn how to scuba dive.
Yeah.
Go find something. And like,
I did all 3 of those.
Right?
but go fucking do it. Cause
Yeah.
You might not be able to.
this shit is not guaranteed.
And nobody's getting off this fucking rock alive, man.
Nope.
So your days are numbered. Life genuinely is short. And you're right. It is cliche, but only the good die young. And that's a
One of
it's
the things that
suck.
and it sounds so weird to say it this way, but one of the things that I appreciate about this weekend is it forced me to think of all the things that I've done with Jules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it made me realize that, like, as shitty as it sounds, I get a really fucking good life and a really good group of people that are around me.
Yeah.
Because the amount of shit that I've done with Jules, most people won't have the opportunities to do that in their lifetime.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Between
same.
the different trips and hunts and events and all the different things that we've done.
Yeah.
And, you know, like it sucks because it takes something like that to be able to sit back and reflect. But it makes you appreciate the fact that if you take the time and you think about the people that are in your lives and the things that you've done with them, it might not be as bad as you think it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know?
It also is evidence of when somebody calls you and says, "Hey, you want to go do this thing?" Just fucking say yes. Just say
Yeah.
yes and go do it.
Because you might not get to later.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're like, well, I don't know if I want to, I don't know if I have the time or whatever, you're going to spend more time discussing why you didn't go do it than what the event actually was.
Yep.
And then the conversations you can have after the fact, because you did go do that, either with your friends or you did it on your own or whatever, that time is so much more valuable because you pumped a couple of hours into it. Like there's so many things that people invite you to go do, and it's like 4 or 5 hours out of your day. And you'll end up with a great fucking story and memories with your friends and stuff like that. Or
Fucking I.
you can sit there and you can keep scrolling through your own social media, wondering why all of your friends are off doing shit. And it's like they said yes.
That's
Like,
what I do. I send you guys fucking reels. That's my entire existence.
I don't want to do what's in the reels that you send me. So it's okay.
Well, it was funny. Everybody was
Half of them
sharing,
go to jail.
dude. They were sharing, like everybody kept sharing across social media, like, you know, conversations that they had had with Jules, and I was like, this is how I know me and her were really close, because I was like, I can't share any of this shit, man. Like, holy fuck, dude. Like, there's no fucking way I can share this
I had
stuff.
a limited number of interactions with Jules. And she was awesome every time I fucking talked to her. Like she was a great chick.
Just one of those kids, man. Like, no matter where she went, she made friends. You know what I mean? Like, no matter where.
Yeah, she didn't.
Like,
There wasn't a stranger on this planet. Like it didn't exist. So,
Yeah.
like, it was a limited number of interactions, but she was solid.
It is a loss, and I think the world is a little darker without her in it. But
Yeah, it sucks.
you know, I also know Jules, and you get your redacted button ready there. Her exact words would have been, "Quit being redacted."
Yep.
Like that would
Or-
have been,
Y'all ain't shit.
y'all ain't shit. Yeah,
She did
Yeah.
have a thing about shit though.
yeah, right.
Yeah, there was a thing about poop.
But there's so
Dude,
many. I mean, honestly,
No
there's
matter
so many
where
things.
she went, she had to take a shit.
Every-
Every
But there's
time.
so many things like it's so many inside jokes. But but they weren't like limited to individual people. It was like an inside joke that like 30 people knew.
Yeah.
Like
pee con queso.
pipa con queso.
Yeah, yeah. Which I'll tell that story. I don't give a fuck. And Jules went down on a dude who had fucking his fucking foreskin still, and it had fucking dick cheese in it. It almost made her fucking throw up. And she broke up with the guy because his fucking dick cheese smelled so bad. So we used to call her pee con queso.
What's
to piss her
fucked
off.
up? That was the first story Jules ever fucking told me.
She would tell
she wasn't
anybody off
shy
the
about
bat.
telling
First
it.
story I was ever told by her.
Dude, she told her dad that shit. And her dad was like, "Why the fuck did you tell me that?" She's like, "Stop fucking asking."
I had
Because
I
he
drove-
liked the guy, and he was like, "What happened to him? I liked him." She was like, "Let me tell you."
I drove with her to Abilene for not Abilene, Amarillo.
That's a
It was
7-hour
No,
drive.
it's 8 hours each way. For literally like we drove, I think 16 hours out of 36 hours that we were traveling. And I pick her up, and we not even 5 minutes after we're in the vehicle, and she starts the 8-hour car ride with that story.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the fuck else do we talk about now? We got 7.5 hours left, and you just started with a fucking bomb.
Dude.
Like,
She told me a story about how like she wasn't sure if she was gay or not, so she asked the girl if she could go down on her at a bar, but she ate it from the back, and then she got like, and all she smelled was her butthole because she put her nose in her butthole. So she walked around with like smelling shit all day. Fucking asshole.
Definitely.
Like, I fucking love the kid, man. Like, she was literally like, you know how people are always like, "Oh, she's like a sister." No, that was a little sister, man, to a lot of people. And fuck, dude,
She was good people.
it's a rough one, man. Her truck's actually a block from here. It's right over there.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like the next fucking turning over.
Glad to see her dog found a fucking new home though.
Big old big dick Dirks
Yeah,
took her
came in like a
took her pooch in.
drove up,
Yep.
fucking took care of the dog.
Took Bravo, yeah, and that's a great fucking match, man. Like, I really think that's gonna
About
be,
an hour before
that
you
made
picked
me
her up,
happy.
I had a conversation with a gentleman about a whole bunch of things. I went and I harvested a deer opening day Saturday, and when I dropped it off at the taxidermist, It's the same taxidermist that we all use.
Yeah.
And there were multiple mounts that were there that were, one was ready, one was almost ready that were for her. So I didn't say anything about the taxidermist, but I called a couple other friends that are involved in everything that's going on. And I'm like, hey, like, I got some questions because now that I'm actually thinking about it, there's some things, like taxidermy, Bravo, the dog, like
Or cats.
the cats,
Cats found forever home.
And so, I'm like, what's like, where are we sitting with all of this? I'm here to help essentially,
Yeah.
And then not even a half hour later, I saw the Riches, coming to pick up Bravo. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
that's fucking, couldn't have went to a better person.
I'm not gonna lie, not shocked at all that Rich stepped up and did that.
No,
Like,
no,
that
not
is
at all.
Such a big dick move.
Well,
dude.
I had the conversations. Dave and I talked about it briefly too, and so it was like there was plenty of places where Bravo could have went.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that it wound up.
Yeah,
with
it's a
I
Rich.
think
That
best
was
case scenario.
That was it couldn't have been a better match.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Rich and Jules were super close.
Yeah. I mean, fuck that. That's actually how I found out, man. I was in the shower. I'd missed a call from Barker and from Rich. And I had text messages from both of them. They were like, it's an emergency, call me back. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? So I called Barker first.
Yeah.
And he was like, and he told me, and I was like, no, that's bullshit. That's
Yeah.
bullshit. That's not real. So, that initial denial that you always get. So I called another good friend of mine that was like joined at her hip, my buddy Jeff. And he was like, yeah, I just talked to her roommate. And her roommate they called him to identify her.
Oh man.
And so he was like, yeah. I was like, fuck me, dude. Like, yeah, it was a rough day.
There's no guarantees.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's and it also sucks because the Marine Corps birthdays this week. If you're in the San Antonio area, and you want to get fucking weird with a lot of Marines, Friday night at Thirsty Horse at 9 p.m. Come on through, say hi. But we're gonna do a little Jules was Mexican as fuck, man. So we're getting out a friend and all that shit, and yeah. So there's gonna be like a little memorial thing, not like an official memorial, but an actual just a little thing.
I think for the people that she knew.
Yeah. Because she used to work at Thirsty Horse too. She did security there.
Yeah.
For years, right? And then yesterday was a rough one. My buddy RC Guzman had an MMA fight with Fury FC here in San Antonio. It was over at Cowboys Dance Hall, and Jules and I were supposed to go to it together. Obviously, she couldn't make it, so we had her picture there and bought her a shot and all this, and took a picture with it and all that stuff. The symbolic gestures to help people get through it, right? Like, and that's important, and everybody processes grief in their own way, and some are more hardcore than others, but it fucking sucks, but I'm very, very, I feel blessed to have known her and been that close with her, right?
And that's the mindset you have to have.
Yeah.
They're gone, but
goddamn it,
at least
it was
they
a
were
good
part of your
fucking
life for a
time.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like my life has been enriched more so because she was in it. Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah. But it sucks, it just is what it is. But like everything that I do in life, I compartmentalize, and just fucking
Just bury that shit.
just bury it
deep
the fuck down.
into the
Just fucking.
So my sister has the perfect explanation for compartmentalization.
How's my girlfriend doing?
She's doing she hates her job right now, so she's looking to change career paths, stay in the nursing industry.
Yeah, I don't know how the
No more
but,
maybe babies.
No, the long and the short, she's tired of the bullshit with the hospitals.
There's so much
Because
politics
so much
in
bullshit.
fucking
And
hospitals.
to be honest with you, she's tired of fucking bagging babies, putting them in, give them the final bath, putting them in body bags, and it fucking gets old. I couldn't even imagine.
So go back to how she compartmentalizes.
Oh, so yeah. Let's get back to the sorry. I got deep real quick.
Right.
So she has this cardboard box, right? And all of the shit that happens, she stuffs into this cardboard box. And so like this past week, she had a baby die. and had to go through all that whole process.
She put it in a cardboard box. That's fucked.
It's a figment of her imagination.
I was gonna say I didn't know the
Right.
hospital let her.
Like
keep that.
you compartmentalize shit and you bury it. Right?
Way more
Instead of burying it, she puts it in a cardboard box.
Yeah.
And-
She actually compartmentalizes. She puts
like
it in a compartment.
straight up, right? And it used to be years ago. It was like one of those nice, like Rubbermaid Tupperware things that you could put a lid and they snap closed and it would seal everything in there. Well, that fucker blew away in a storm once, and so she just stuffed everything in a cardboard box. So now, like last week, some shit happened. So I called her. I'm like, "How's your box doing? How's your cardboard box?" And she's just like, "It's kind of like it's sat out in the rain for a week, and it's like falling apart. And you can't really hold anything in it, but as long as you don't touch it, things stay generally right there." And I'm like, "Yes, you're fucked." She's like, "Yeah, pretty much."
Burn it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you fucking march on.
But it's
right?
everything,
Yeah.
like she's not prior military,
No.
right?
Yeah.
Never, not once. She's talked to me about it. Like, I could be a nurse in the military. I could be an officer. I'm like, yeah, but here's all the fun stuff you have to deal with.
If you think
And by
civilian
fun,
politics
you
are
mean
bad,
bullshit.
Yeah. And then I explained, I'm like, even if you want to take this to progress your career, I have a friend who started off as a medic and then is now a PA. And I can tell you the whole progression of all of that and all the new bullshit that she has to deal with now. I was like, where was I going with? Oh, the military aspect of things. So she is extremely good at her job to the point where she only gets the sickest of sick babies because she's so good at her job.
That sucks.
But it sucks because it is like,
It's like being the competent one and having to do the hardest shit because you can.
because you can.
Yeah,
That's
that
it.
sucks.
And it's
so
not because
bad.
there's other people there that aren't similarly qualified. It's they know that she does a good job. So they essentially screw her. But in the process of doing that over and over and over and over and over, like she gets burnt out, and it doesn't have to be your job per se, like you don't have to be like, oh, well, I was this in the military. I did that, blah, blah, blah. Like she's a nurse. She's a baby nurse,
you mean like the cook that we found it?
Yeah. But she's a baby nurse and people don't understand what they go through, what they have to deal with.
Well, especially NICU nurses are.
But like if a baby passes away, like part of their job is they have to give the baby a bath and do all this stuff beforehand.
Yeah.
And half of it's for the baby. The other half is for the nurse that just spent days or weeks or months taking care of this baby.
Here's something to put this in perspective too. NICU babies spend more time with nurses like Andrea
than their family.
than their fucking parents.
True.
Like
True.
So when they lose one,
Yeah.
the bulk of that child's life was spent with,
A nurse.
let's just call it, a fucking stranger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fucked up when John was born. He had to go to the NICU because Haley got a fever like right before she had him.
Yeah.
So just as a precautionary, he
Right.
had to go to the NICU. And I remember he had a neighbor, and this neighbor, no shit, man. It was this little black kid, and it was like this big. It still had the hair.
They weigh them in grams.
Dude, it was like, and I was like, it was like a little crack baby. Like mom came to the hospital,
that's why they're waiting grams.
popped it out, popped it out, and then fucking left and just left the baby there.
Low hanging fruit, right,
Like-
bro?
I told you, you're fucking contagious.
Fucking nailed that one. That was good. That was good.
So my kids most of them were in the NICU. One was born at 3 pounds 6 ounces. So
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
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 Like which one?
Darren.
Really?
Yeah.
It turned out.
Yeah.
He got bigger.
Yeah. Logan too. He was another little one. And but yeah, they Logan was in the NICU for the longest time.
No.
Like 6-8 weeks, something like that. It was a
Damn.
long time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. John was only in there for a few days, but it was wild, man. And it was a lot, dude. Cause like, they have to fucking like put an IV in them and stuff like that while they're in there.
Yeah.
And to see your kid like that,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
my first kid. And I was
Yeah.
just like, what the fuck? Like it fucked me up.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. He's fine. Like he turned out fine, but
Speaking of babies, I have a new granddaughter.
yeah,
It's a Friday.
get the fuck out of here.
Number 3.
Good God,
I
man.
know, right?
Pumping him out.
Yeah.
Whose is this one?
Same one. Nathan's. So yeah.
Always been busy.
Yeah.
Bro, Tell that boy to give her a break. What the fuck?
Yeah,
That's like 3 in 3 years.
it's a lot.
Now, she's the youngest of 10, right?
Or 11.
Yeah.
God damn, man. You cough on that bitch, she gets pregnant. Holy shit.
She's not the youngest.
Wow.
She's in the middle.
Oh,
Their youngest is like her brother, I think, is probably 5 or 6.
Wow.
Jesus.
So
Wow.
yeah.
that
And then her oldest, like there's a big range.
collectively, nobody in that family
You
knows
know,
how to pull out of a parking spot.
Strategically, though, if you think about it, like right about the time that the baby you have grows out of the shit that you paid all that money for, the next one's the right size.
You just get your money's worth. That's all you're trying to
Can
do.
confirm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
close enough.
But you got to stop the cycle at some point.
Can confirm. I got my 2 and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Tapped
need
out.
to explain anal to this kid.
Yeah, right.
Something like
It's less like this loaf of bread and more
You should
like
put it in
this
the
honey
other hole.
roller.
I don't want you to get pregnant.
Oh, fuck.
so. Speaking of saving kids, I'm gonna. I have to shout out. We had our charity.
Okay, I'm glad because I thought
Yeah.
I was like-
I'm going to raise my glass.
No.
I was like, wait.
No. I have to shout out. Mikey was part of it last year, but
Yep.
so once a year, my store we hold a big charity tournament.
Slambo.
The Slambo GT, which is an all charity tournament. So all the money we raise for the weekend, we give to a charity. And this year we gave it to the Shriners Children's Hospital.
Awesome.
Specifically the Al Safar division, which they're the ones that are in charge of transpo. So
It's a fucking great.
the
work,
life
man.
flight
Yep.
and all that kind of stuff. So because the nearest Shriner hospital to us is Galveston, and they specialize in like burn unit
Right.
and all that kind of stuff. And if you don't know what the Shriners Children's Hospital, it's not just you. So if a child gets sent to the Shriner, they never pay for anything.
Never.
Not a penny.
Not
Yeah.
a penny.
Until
it's
they're
not-
18.
And it's not just that service. It's literally like, so let's say an accident happens and a kid needs a prosthetic. The Shriners Children's Hospital cover the prosthetic until they're 18.
Yeah.
They do skin grafts until you're 18. Like it's everything. So
Yep.
it's for the, so we held our charity tournament for it. We had an amazing tournament. We sold out. There wasn't a ticket left. Like as far as participants are concerned,
That's awesome.
some great companies stood up and donated. Second Pitch Beer Company, our friend Jim over there, donated.
I got to meet Jim finally
Yeah, he's a great guy.
at Ren Fair.
Yeah.
Couldn't have picked a better place to meet this gentleman.
Yeah, he's a trip, man.
We'll talk about him, but
He's a good dude.
he donated so many kegs that it flattened the tires on my dolly to roll into this thing. Like he did it correct. And a couple of other gaming companies that were out there donated for raffle prizes, and the community came together. But we set a record for the history of this tournament. We've held it twice now in our place, but over the weekend, I have to give it up to my community and the people that donated. But we set a record. So in the 2-day tournament, we raised $11,380.
Nice.
Awesome.
Fucking A.
And so we're cutting the check to the Shriners. So now this was a weekend of pushing our little plastic toys around and drinking beer, and everybody's having a great fucking time. And then Russ from the fucking Shriners gets up there to thank us for, because they showed up and he's got his fucking fez on, the whole 9 yards.
And Russ looks kind of like Santa Claus.
Take me and add 20 years. And that's what Russ looks like.
And about 200 pounds.
In about 2
Oh, that's 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's got this awesome fez that says Brews Brothers on it, like BREWS, because he's part of the Shriners Brewing Club. Like they make beer and shit like
He's
that.
also a clown.
He's a clown. He's
One of the clowns.
he's a great dude. So, but he gets up to say the thank you, and we give him the number and everything. And Russ goes like, he explains what the Al-Safar does and what the shrine does and all this kind of stuff. And then he goes, so the money you gave, a life flight for a child cost $9,000.
Yep.
So the money that you guys just raised saved a child's life. And everybody in the room was like, motherfucker, I've been drinking for 2 days. You can't just you can't just dump this on us at the end of this party.
This
like
wildly philosophical rant
And,
about fucking saving babies.
Good job partying, guys.
Yeah.
You just saved a kid.
a lot of those guys know that I do this podcast and they listen and stuff like that. So I do have to shout out.
But like, you're welcome.
Oh, yeah.
You
if
guys,
you party a little harder, maybe you can save
Yeah.
2 next year.
yeah. Well, that's the goal. So now the problem is that we had a member of our community. His name's Dan Norris. He's an absolutely legend in the gaming community. He's recognized globally for what he's done and stuff like that. But he offered up the first $5,000 that we raised. He was matching it dollar for dollar. So
Nice.
Dan, fucking here's to you, bud.
Oh,
That
fuck
that
yeah,
is an
dude.
amazing fucking,
Cheers, man. Cheers, Dan.
an
That's awesome.
amazing donation.
Ooh.
And
Ooh. That was close.
but I have to shout those guys out. It's since we're on this topic of, just say yes, just fucking send it, like be there for it. A lot of these guys were raffle prizes. We had charity beer, the whole 9 yards, and they were just like, look, I'm not going to drink it all, but fucking, can I just buy $200 worth of beer right now? Because they knew where the money was going.
Yeah. Yep.
And so these guys, they came correct. And so, fucking send it. You're changing the world, but you have to say yes. Like you can't be on the sideline.
Yep.
Like you've got to be part of it. So,
Yep.
but next, the problem is now we've set this record for how much we donated. So now we're looking at next year going like, okay, how the fuck are we going to do this?
Right.
Like, but, so don't be shocked if I'm starting hitting up the fucking Freedom Friends community to see how much money we can fucking crush for next year.
Let's
Fucking
do it.
A. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's important, man. Taking care of kids.
Yeah, I think
I'll be honest with you. I'm tired of taking care of the veteran community. I think I'm going to switch gears to kids.
I'm not going to lie. We've been pretty vocal about how I feel about kids, but the shrine is,
They're good fucking dudes.
they're good
man.
dudes.
Like,
And they don't try to do it with gravity either. What's great is like, hey, how about I drive a tiny car and a funny hat?
Dude.
And then you fucking give us money and we'll save some kids.
I'm telling
It's
you,
like,
they've been
Oh,
trying.
yeah, but if you don't like the tiny car and the funny hat, we also have motorcycles.
Yeah. Like, dude, they've been trying to get me to
Also
join
tiny.
that shrine and join that lodge for a while.
Yeah,
now.
I'm not gonna lie. Russ has changed tax, and now he's looking at me. He goes like, we have an MC, right? I'm like, motherfucker,
Dude,
Yeah,
Like,
Widow Sons.
like,
not recognized in Texas.
Really?
That's just a Masonic MC.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
recognized in Texas. But the shrine itself, the Shriners themselves actually have an MC.
Oh, no shit.
And so, but you go and you do like children's parades
So
and
the
like all
only-
that kind of
okay.
stuff.
I just want to
So-
drive the cool cart.
So
I want to drive
the
the carts.
only MC, the only people that I've met from a Masonic MC, for lack of better words,
Or the Widow Shrine.
are the Widow Sons, and every single member that I've met anywhere in the United
Amazing
States
people.
are fucking phenomenal dudes.
They're
They
amazing
really are.
people. The Widow Sons MC, though, for some reason, it's not recognized in Texas. And
That's the bandito saying no.
I think it actually boils down to there's some 1%er clubs that just won't for some reason.
It's political.
It's bullshit is what it is. Like the Widow Sons these are not territory holders. They don't give a fuck. Like they do like toy drives and jacket drives and
Yeah.
they're only trying to improve the community.
So does
So
HA.
I have no knowledge. I have no knowledge about that in Texas.
Yeah.
But what I'm willing to bet is one person pissed off somebody else,
and they got in front of it.
Yep.
and that's the hold up.
And they
between all
they
of them.
talked to other presidents and they got in the way of Texas recognizing. It's a nationally recognized chapter. They actually
Yeah.
they get to wear the MC. I've known those dudes in North Carolina, Virginia. I've known them all over the place. The Widow Sons are outstanding
Yeah.
people.
I've never met somebody that's bad.
Yeah, I knew the dudes. I met them in Arizona. I met the Arizona
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
The-
Cool.
They're great people, but I'm not gonna lie. When he was like, the Shrine has an MC, and I was like, motherfucker. I've never wanted to go to an appended body, but because yes, I'm a Freemason. For all of you that are trying to figure out why the fuck,
I think
this
we had
matters.
that conversation
Yeah,
before.
but
But there's a couple. There's a couple of us at this table.
So, but anyways, huge shout out to all the people that showed up, and we raised that level of money. It was crazy.
Yeah.
That's
So,
good.
great time, felt good.
Yeah.
So
good
that's
stuff.
one of those times where you cut the check and you're like
I like this.
this.
This feels-
This was a good check. I
Yeah.
like this check. It was like,
Yep.
So
That's money that you don't mind spending right there.
yeah,
Yeah.
But right behind it, I got the rent check, and I was like, motherfucker, I fucking hate
Well,
this.
fuck you.
Yeah.
I know what you pay for rent.
So
Well, negotiate better. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
since Haley gave me my present,
Mhm.
right?
Bless you.
Thank you. I gave her hers. I was like, this is fair. Like I know what I'm getting now. So
For what?
Baby belt
For
sheet.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Bro,
It's November 6th.
we haven't even hit give Thanksgiving a fucking chance.
Nope,
man.
I'm decorating this weekend.
hey, Marine Corps birthday
At least put a pumpkin out or some
I
fucking
did.
like put something out for Thanksgiving.
I did.
Like
It's
let's
He's the only one that's been in my new house, though.
like
So-
we can't forget about
The subjugation
Smallpox.
of the entire native.
we can't forget
population.
about smallpox.
Yeah, we absolutely should keep celebrating that.
Yeah.
100%. Like why? Why not? I don't see a reason why you shouldn't.
Hey, I bet those blankets were warm.
You know what I mean? I'm just
I
saying.
bet you they were warm.
Like one way or another, they were going to die.
I'll
Just sped it up.
I'll counter argue for you.
Okay.
Okay. So we should celebrate it as a celebration of colonialism because it's now our land.
The only I don't care why we're selling it.
So in other words,
but we have to
free
give
Palestine.
it a chance. We can't just skip it and go to Christmas. Whatever you want to celebrate, that's cool, but let's do it and let's not skip it and go straight to Christmas.
Thanksgiving sucks.
Well, I'm not celebrating anything. I just gave her present.
Before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but it's because
So what, next year it's 4th of July?
Maybe. Who gives a shit? Like,
On
how many times have I
December
said?
25th, he's going to celebrate 4th of July.
Like,
Yeah.
how many times have I
Happy
said?
New Year, 4th of July, Kwanzaa, whatever you guys believe in.
I don't need. I don't need a day specific to give my wife a present. To give anybody.
Well, then why are you giving her designated Christmas?
But what are you
present?
going to now? What are you going to have?
2.5 months?
What are you
early?
going to give her on Christmas?
Fuck all.
Yeah, right.
My wife and I have-
I know, right?
a half-ass orgasm.
Yeah. My wife
Good
and I actually
3-minute
had that-
wienering.
We had that serious conversation this year about Christmas, and we were like, okay, so far this year we've both bought new motorcycles.
Yeah.
We bought a house. Like I was like, how about Christmas is like, I got you your favorite candies. Like, are you
Yeah.
cool with that? Because this year's been expensive enough.
Michelle and I have definitely gone down that road where we just both agree. That
Well, you also get to the relationship and the personal age where you're
Yeah.
just like, okay. Like,
well, that
I
for
don't-
us, we spend the money on the kids, and then,
I just showed Mikey some appointments that I had in my calendar.
John has appointments.
Yeah,
A busy guy.
I do. It's 7:30 p.m. every night.
A pretty neat one.
Some pretty neat wiener.
My wife has, I went into her phone and I scheduled, by the way, this is a power move. All you guys out there, fucking listen up. I got her phone. I went into her calendar and I set an 11 a.m. reminder every day, 365 days a year. And it just says send Jazz nudes. And like that's
I like that one. I'm gonna have to do that one too.
I put it in
So
her
mine
phone.
right now is 7:30 p.m. every single day indefinitely for some pretty neat wienering, and I sent an invite.
Nice. Just give her a good wienering.
Yeah.
That's what they need.
I'm gonna have to do the nudes too.
No, I got her I got her a book.
yeah.
I got her like the complete works of Edgar Allan Poe, and like a real nice like leather bound book and stuff.
Nice.
And all this. And honestly, I wanted to give it to her early, not just because it gave me an excuse because she told me what I was getting, but I wanted it because I know I would fucking forget it or break it or fuck it up somehow.
Yeah.
So I was like, you just need to take possession of this, and just know that this is for Christmas. Like, here you go, like type of thing. Yeah, I don't think we didn't mention what I was doing. It was before you hit record, I think.
We caught the tail end of it.
Yeah. She got me shark diving in Vegas. It's fucking. I'm stoked.
Which ocean is that?
The Vegas one, the one in Vegas. Yeah.
It's the oceanfront property in Arizona.
Yeah. It's the oceanfront property at the Mandalay Bay. So, yeah. Which works because Burba is at Mandalay this year.
Yeah.
And it's back at fucking House Blues.
Nice.
So that works. And that'll help.
Yeah.
That'll help. But yeah, man. Are you going to shot?
Probably.
Yeah. You're not going, right?
We'll see.
No.
I'm not going.
So it gets interesting because
I know. That sounds like your nightmare.
Shot Show and one of our cigar events in Vegas
2 months apart.
no, they're like 4 days apart.
This year's different because Shot Show's late. It's late January this year.
But it's a lot. It's a lot of time in Vegas.
That's a lot of time in Vegas. Bro.
And our trade shows this year are 50 days apart in Vegas.
Jeez.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I got invited to Vegas actually over your wedding weekend, or to follow on for 4 days after that weekend with the Womax.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have too much Vegas in my life right now. I can't do this. I'm sorry.
I already have too much Vegas.
So they spent,
I've got a Vegas fucking circle.
I think they spent 5 days in Vegas, and I think William realized
He
that
posted about it.
it's too much.
Yeah. Dude, we fucking told him. We
Yeah.
all told him. He's
It's
heard
a
us fucking
3-day
rant
town,
about
and that
this.
includes travel.
Fucking A.
Fucking true story.
As
Yeah.
soon as you land at McCarran, That's the
It's
start
not
of day
McCarran,
one.
it's Harry Reid now.
What the fuck?
Unless you take the fucking red eye. If you take the
Nope.
fucking
I
Allegiant
don't
red
give a
eye and
fuck.
get in at midnight, then
Nope,
like,
that's still the start of day one.
But that
You have
makes that
3
makes your
days.
trip even worse because immediately you're like, I need to make this worth it. I flew
Yeah.
this red eye, so now I'm gonna go get fucked up. So I'm gonna start my
6
trip
in the
tomorrow morning hungover.
So let's go right to the Leatherneck bar, start it off.
What else do you do?
That's what you do, man. You go, check in, drop your shit, go to the Leatherneck bar, get fucked up.
Go to
And
Denny's.
Go to Denny's. Go to Denny's, create an absolute shit show.
the Denny's that's attached to the casino, right?
The Denny's
one
that's-
on the strip.
The Denny's that's at the fucking
No, it's in the Y when you go to. You can
No.
either.
This is a different one.
the Denny's that's attached to the Days Inn casino.
Yep.
Oh,
the one that's-
classy place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of COVID.
And they're like, "Sir, you need to wear a mask." No, I'm all good.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'm smoking. Yeah, it's fine.
That casino with the doesn't matter what table you sit at, all of it's $1 minimum.
Yeah.
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 I know exactly what Denny's you're talking about.
It's a good Denny's. We had a good time.
We had a good time.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was good.
There's a video of it.
Yeah.
Of the entire
I saw that.
interaction.
It was great.
yeah. Fucking ridiculous.
So do we want to talk about World War III?
No, I'm over it.
No.
It either needs to start or it needs to go away.
Should have
It,
get off the
like,
pot, right? Like,
I'm just
Scott and I had a brief conversation about this, and it was essentially like, I'll care when we can do something on our own soil.
Yeah.
Like when I can actually pick up a rifle and have fun.
And there's no civilian ROE or war crimes.
Well, yeah, because I'm not part of a
look,
uniform.
I'll
force,
tell
so
you
it
right
doesn't
now,
matter.
as soon as Israel fucking does just go like, you know what, fuck you, and starts handling business, I'll fly their
They're
flag.
already doing it.
I'll put their flag in my front yard.
They
Like-
literally, I think, as of yesterday.
Oh, you're going to take down your Ukraine for the flag then?
Look, first off,
what am I going to do with my Russian flag?
if you were, look,
that was only when they were holding Brittany Griner. Was I on that?
I'm gonna go ahead.
See, I forgot. Yeah, my bad.
I want to go ahead and fucking say it. The Ukraine fighting Russia. That's Russia fighting Russians. Sorry.
Yeah.
Same,
I don't know.
same crop of retard.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's. I am beyond furious at the amount of money that we have sent to. It's not even a strategic partner. This was just a.
I'm
Yeah.
going to
They do nothing for us.
throw,
Fucking nothing.
if you were to rank for most corrupt to least corrupt, which order would you put these? Ukraine, Russia, and the United States.
United States first.
Okay.
Wait,
followed by
most
Ukraine.
corrupt,
Most
the least corrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
United States, Ukraine,
And
Russia.
Russia.
Well, actually,
all day.
Yeah.
I don't know because I'm with Jazz on this. It's the same group of retard, man.
Yeah,
So
but the thing is that Ukraine.
But
at
Ukraine
this
is
point,
way more corrupt.
Ukraine at this
after
point.
we gave them all the money, yeah.
no, they were corrupt before that.
Bro.
Yeah.
They hired a movie star as their fucking leader.
This dude played a politician on a sitcom, and they made him their president.
They're like, he knows what he's doing. I watched the show.
That's like us. That's
Bro,
like,
it's scripted.
that's like me going to a hospital being like, "This, it's cool. This chick was in a fucking ER."
That would literally be
I-
like me showing up
I
to the
used to play
hospital and the
Doogie on
cast of
Doogie
Grey's
Howser.
Anatomy comes out and goes like, "I'll handle your
One of
appendectomy,"
my-
and it's like, "Oh yeah,
Thank you, George O'Malley.
One of my friends was in a movie with the fucking president of the Ukraine. So that's something, right? Like, come on.
So, no, in that list, it's us, the Ukraine, and then Russia. And the reason I'll say that is that Russia has never tried to be anything other than fucking Russia.
Yeah,
Like they 100% are
let's
like,
drink vodka and fight a bear.
this is not even that. It's like they're
Let's go.
corrupt, and it's like no, they're not. They are exactly as advertised. You like they
Dude.
100% tell the world what the fuck they are. They're like, you black, illegal, gay, illegal, fucking. Do you fucking speak against the government? Fucking illegal. Like they don't give a shit. They're just like, we're pieces of shit and we're huge. Like wait,
I will say this: Ukraine, before it was Ukraine, was corrupt enough, and you don't need to look any farther than a little known place called Chernobyl. You know, like
Fuck that.
they were like, let's just not tell the world that we just
the
destroyed it.
And then you can full
That was
circle here.
Russia.
You can
Then
you can tie Ukrainian corruption with the Biden administration. Like for fuck's sakes, it's like it's all encompassing fuckery.
That
Best
almost
part-
makes me think that it's a trick question. Then 1 and 2 are the same fucking crew.
No, best thing that's ever happened with the
1, 2, and
Ukraine
3 are
was
the
the
same fucking
risk
crew.
reference in Seinfeld of
Yeah.
the fucking Ukraine
watch
on the
Seinfeld.
train.
Seinfeld and Friends were the 2 series that I've never watched in my life.
Yeah, me either.
I watched Friends because it was the only thing I could get when I was like poor. When I had like a small TV with like the antenna across the thing made out of tinfoil and shit. You know, when I was one of those
Didn't watch
poors.
TV.
I saw a couple episodes of Friends. I saw maybe one episode of Seinfeld, and I was like, "This is dumb."
Mhm.
Like, I just did not like it.
No.
Yeah,
but Friends was okay. I
let's
just
not
didn't-
forget that the Ukraine was part of the USSR. Where the fuck do you think they learned it?
Oh, yeah. You like,
It like
yeah, I guarantee
what? Like they
you. Like,
invented a new way of doing things.
Yeah.
These were we're Russian. Oh, now we're not Russian, but we're still Russian.
Yeah.
It like
it's like, oh yeah, you're not Russian? What language do you speak?
Yeah.
Oh, got it. I speak Ukrainian. Sounds an awful lot like fucking Russia. Like sounds pretty much the same, dog. That's like I don't speak Arabic, I speak Persian. It's the same fucking thing, man.
different dialect.
Oh, I speak Dari. That's like, okay, that's like somebody from Southie going to California where they're like, dude, bro. And he's like, what the fuck? It's the same language with a different accent. It's like, yeah.
The difference is on a broader spectrum, we still call them Americans. When it really comes down to it, like it's Texas and 49 of his bitches.
It's bitches, yeah. It's Texas and it's 49 bitches.
But I did see, so as of Sunday, supposedly, because I personally can't verify this, Israel has cut Gaza in half.
wait a minute. I thought they weren't allowed to do anything else.
So they took 2 sections coming down from the north.
Shabbat shalom, bitch.
Yep. They took, no, that's Saturdays.
Oh, so on
Yeah,
Saturdays because you can't like push a button or operate a lever.
You just can't go to work.
I think
Or-
I think they have a waiver.
You get a
During
waiver.
You
for
can't
wartime.
do anything
During
unless
wartime.
we're at war.
Well, but you got to think though, like a firearm, there's no electronics.
No, but there's levers and buttons,
You know,
and all of those are
Hey,
explicitly outlined.
hey.
You can't push a button.
Don't
you can't
be-
operate a lever.
don't be giving Hamas all these ideas, Jazz.
But that's why I say I think there's waivers.
Calm.
Let's get them on
There has
Saturday.
to.
They're
I
not
mean,
doing
there's got to be
shit.
waivers. There has to be. You know, like
I mean, I'm on the side of Israel because of something that I learned, and I told John about it before the show, and I showed you, and you looked
Ah.
it up and verified that the IDF, the
Oh,
Israeli
yeah.
Defense Force, they're fucking innovators, man. All right, they're innovative people.
it's the definition of take what you have and make the best of it.
Fucking A. So they are recruiting actively autistic people.
And they've been doing it for years. It's not something new.
There's an entire unit in the IDF, in the Israeli Defense Force, that is comprised of autistic people, and it's made to fucking go over aerial photographs
For
and
intel.
maps
It's for intel.
for intel. Because these motherfuckers don't miss shit. And it's fucking genius.
But this goes back to
America,
what you were talking about, whereas there's
we
no,
need
like,
that.
group units. Like,
No, they're very
everything is a
specific.
specialized
Everybody,
unit
yeah.
of
Yeah.
what the fuck they do.
Yeah.
Yep.
And fuck, you want to talk about special forces? Holy fuck.
Fucking easy. Easy.
I can say that because I'm one of them.
These are
I
my
just got the
people.
mental image of a C-130 that's only like 30 feet long.
in yellow. It doesn't have the door doesn't slide up. It opens to the side.
The IDF is today the world's largest employer of autistic people. Yeah. Fucking A.
If there's 500 full-fledged soldiers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking amazing, dude. They're like, hey, we need fucking map readers.
Click on the next one. Does the
Hold my
military
beer.
recruit autistic people?
It's called the Marine Corps.
Yeah. Like, it's funny because the Marines always joke about weaponized autism. Israel actually fucking did it, man. They weaponized autism. I love it. Fucking, it's great.
I want to be.
Because isn't the Marine Corps the only branch that actually has an IQ waiver?
Yeah, you have to be smarter. I love that we're always the ones that we're the fucking idiots, but you have to have a higher fucking ASVAB score to join the Marines and be accepted into jobs than you do in. Actually, the Army's got the lowest one because You guys
we
take,
waver in.
just-
you guys take
We don't
everybody.
give a fuck.
Google who takes the lowest ASVAB score. Which branch takes the lowest ASVAB score?
I want to be.
I know soldiers that get wavered in to be a cook because their
That's
ASVAB
fair.
score was too low.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Like
I-
you can't even be infantry in the
No.
Marines
It's a
without
30
Same with the army.
Yeah,
It's a
the Army.
38 to be infantry
Well,
for the U.S. Army.
When I joined, it was a 114.
That's
which-
a GT score.
That was the
Well,
The ASVAB only goes to 99.
yeah. Well, it used to. They changed that.
yeah, they changed.
The one
The-
we took.
I didn't
yeah.
understand my
Okay,
kids.
when you took it
They
in
have
the
extended
1830s, it was a 99.
I remember because I got a 49 when I abacadabbed, and they were like, hey, if you get a 50,
you want to join the Marines?
they were
bro?
like, if they were like, well, my recruiter was like, you can get in, but if you can get a 50 or above, it helps us both out. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, that makes you an alpha shipper. And an alpha shipper, I have to have a certain amount of quotas of alpha
so
shippers.
you have to get half of the questions right to be alpha.
You have to get a 50 or above to be an alpha shipper. That's cross branch. This is called an alpha shipper.
Wow.
And essentially that means they have a
Here we
quota.
go. Here it is.
They have a quota.
Air Force, Army.
The Air
Marines at
Force
minimum
Marines
of
are
31.
The Army's
Navy.
a 31.
So the Coast Guard, you have to have a fucking
yeah, the Marines are a 31 too.
Yeah, to get in.
yeah.
Score
Well-
of 50 is required for applicant holding a high school equivalency degree. Yeah, so
Oh,
if you
so
have
if you don't have a
if you have a
degree, you just
GED.
have to get a 31.
oh, it's the same with the Army. Shit.
Yeah.
So the Coast Guard actually has the highest minimum
Yeah.
ASVAB score.
But if you went to high school, you only need a 47 instead of a 50. And 15 hours of college credits. So you can be dumb, but if you attempted college, we'll take it.
But like our jobs, like you won't be able to get shit unless you have a 50 or better.
Right.
And then it goes into GT score too.
But I do love that the
What-
Coast
wasn't
Guard,
your GT score like ridiculous? What'd you have? Because I had a good
the
one.
Coast Guard's like, you have to be smart and
Honesty.
score at least a 36, but you don't have to be physically fit because we'll take you with a 47% on your PT.
Right.
No, that's not PT. It's still the same. It's the with the GED.
Oh, I thought there was a PT score.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, that's AFQT.
No, the Navy,
Not AFPT.
the Coast Guard, you have to be able to pass the PT test
sorry, as a grunt.
before you ship to basic training.
Yeah. So the main four are all 31 is the lowest.
Yeah.
That's like right. You spelled your name right.
Yeah.
Way
Well,
to
let's go back to IDF real quick. Right. I want to be a fly in a wall for their Krav Maga class for that autism unit.
Okay, so check it out. I've actually trained with the Krav Maga with them. I cross-trained with the IDF.
With the autism unit?
Probably. I don't know. But I cross-trained when I was, you guys are going to make fun of me, but it was McMap. Right? They had to do this cross-training thing with IDF where I was
You show them
teaching.
the figure.
That was
I did.
IDF was the cheese.
I was teaching McMap and we were doing cross-training with Krav Maga. And it was one of the best fucking training evolutions I had in my entire time in the Marines. It was so much fucking fun. It was a good fucking time. And then we got to like go to the range with them and do like their shooting like KD course and stuff like that. It was so much fucking fun. Like
Doesn't the
It was a
IDF use a
good time.
weird service rifle?
they do, and they have weird like isms that they say while they're doing
It's like
it.
a bullpup, isn't it?
They always go weapon ready when they and you fucking and it's like weapon be ready. And it's like just rack the fucking round, man. Just give me no. It's weapon be ready, and they yell at you if you fucking don't yell that. Shit, like it's super funny, man. Like I don't know. I had a good time. I had a good time with those guys. They were good, and all the chicks were fucking really hot, all of them. And I was like, what the fuck are you guys feeding in the chow hall here, man? It's like kosher, obviously. Fuck. Like, Jesus.
Oh, Jazz just sent me a text. That was great. So
I'm not catching it.
oh, it wasn't to you.
No, he sent me something too.
Oh, we'll talk offline about that. I fucking had a point, and I don't know where the fuck it went.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Well, like all of our points are blunt as fuck.
it's a true story.
So since we're completely off the rails now, I'm going to raise my glass.
I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. Now
Yeah.
I'm racking my brain.
We're
brain
almost
around
done.
this. Yeah.
Say thank you to you boys for being my fucking freedom friends.
We can reach now, Jeff.
Oh, look at this.
We can reach.
Holy shit. There's a bunch of sponsors down in the fucking links.
Mm-hmm.
Go push them.
Like, share, subscribe, smash those buttons.
We like it when you do it.
Tell your mom.
Tell your friends.
Fucking mom's friends.
There's some simple tenets to live by.
Yeah.
They're not hard.
They're super fucking easy. Mikey,
Smoke on.
Scotty.
Ooh, drink on.
God damn it, kids.
boys.
Freedom to fuck on. Later.